Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rifted Gamers Origins. We got 3 new players that are going to be rifting into the world of Rift today. I won't use their real names unless they want me to. But these are 3 new candidates, and they live in Ohio, and this is where we're going to start our story in a little what looks like a farming community, right, in Hawaii? Is it industrial at all?
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of farmland on Google Earth, so.
It's a good mix of all of it, honestly.
Okay. All right. So you guys are looking. You guys are at your daily lives at work, and you notice there is a huge storm front coming in. It's been on the news for a couple days that there's going to be the possibility of level 5 tornadoes. You just recently heard about some tornadoes that have hit Missouri and the part of the country that I'm in. You're not that far from me now. And that some towns have been decimated by these tornadoes. You all are kind of in a heightened sense of alertness. More than usual. More than like, you see a storm on the news, it's like, oh, whatever. This one seems weird. This one seems dangerous. You see the pictures on TV of it coming in, and it's just, you just have a bad feeling. You all 3 of you believe that this could be one where power is going to be out for quite a long time, and you don't know that it's just your intuition that is kind of hitting you. So, out of character, this is just letting you guys prepare. So, with the amount of money that is in your bank account today, I don't have any clue. Figure out what kind of supplies you could buy and have at your house, or if you're preppers, you're friggin' preppers.
Reasonably, David, the 3 of us could probably put together. It really depends on how big of an emergency we saw, but I think if we really thought it was going to be a dangerous situation, a few $1,000s easily would be able to be brought up.
Okay.
If you said, hey, Jonathan, this storm could cause power to be out for months, right, I think we could probably supply the house for months. That wouldn't be an issue.
With food and water.
Yeah.
And medical supplies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, are we also taking into account the stock we already have?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Like you guys,
Then, easily.
Let me have you all roll a percentile dice, and we'll see who is the most paranoid.
That is definitely.
That's the D100, right?
That's a D100, yes.
Hey, David, I sent you a message just so you can see that.
Where'd you send that?
To your Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And you want us to roll D100?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want you to say anything over the air. I'm in a similar situation as you, but I didn't want to put that
I clicked the D100 and is it supposed to roll? I don't see any roll.
Sometimes roll 20 is
It rolled
incredibly
It did roll.
slow. I do
You're seeing my rolls?
Yeah, you rolled a 32 the first time.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
you rolled a
I
32.
can't see the rolls. Where are they happening?
For some
In the
reason.
chat. In the chat on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on. Oh, see, there it is. Okay. All right, thanks.
And for some reason, it's not showing up. There it is. It doesn't show your names. Oh, there it is. You rolled many times.
I did.
Yeah.
Right. First one was a 36.
Okay, so Amanda,
Hi.
low roll wins. So you are really nervous. Like, you believe that this is gonna end a lot of lives, and it could be an extended period of time.
Like, end of the world
Yeah.
type shit. Okay.
Jonathan, you're a little more optimistic about it, but you still think that you should gas up the cars, have at least 2 weeks of water and food. But Amanda, you are definitely thinking that you need to have 3 months of supplies, period. Like, we should go hit Costco or Sam's Club or whatever big place that you guys have available to you.
When she orders all the food and buys everything here with my credit card, I think she wins.
It's true. That's
Okay.
why I asked if what we currently had was taking into account also, because
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and let's see, Ashley, you're more like, it's a storm. Maybe I should have a week. Maybe we should have some food on hand, but it's not, it's not COVID. We don't need to go buy all the toilet paper. Excuse me. Everybody else is just kind of going about their days. Until about 3 o'clock hits, when the storm is rolling in. Are you guys at work at this time?
3 o'clock.
That would be today.
Today?
No, I mean, I work from home, so no.
Okay. So 3 o'clock today is when you see, the clouds are rolling in, and they are black. Not gray. They are black.
So this kind of actually makes sense, because I was just coming home and had just stopped at the store and was just getting home at 3 o'clock. So that works pretty well for that.
Okay. So, yeah, it's, how far away from your house do you live?
So Ashley lives about 15 minutes
Did I
away.
just ask a stupid
Or
question? I just asked the most stupid question. I just realized. I meant from your work. Do you work from home, or?
I am disabled, so I do not.
Oh, okay. So you were just
Yeah.
out and about shopping.
I had doctor's appointments earlier, and then I went and did some quick shopping. Well, for me, quick shopping.
So, whatever you bought today, probably maybe triple amount what you spent because of your paranoia.
Yeah.
You're
That makes sense.
you were like Jonathan. You see Amanda drive up. Do you have a truck or a car?
Van.
A van.
She has a van, I have a car.
You're looking out the window, and you see her drive up, and you swear the car is the van is stuffed to the gills, with stuff.
Okay.
You think you see stuff sticking out of the window because there's so much stuff. Do you
I didn't have time to Tetris. I'm sorry.
do you park in a garage or just outside?
No.
If I was this bad, I'd probably have her parked in the garage. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would have already just been moving stuff away so we could go park both cars in the garage, thinking it was that bad, but.
Okay, so, yeah, Jonathan, you see her drive up, and you're so paranoid. She actually pulls in really quick and runs over some flowers or whatever shrubs you might have near your house as she comes in. You're seeing the black clouds behind it, and it is unusual. I'd like you to roll an actual perception, which is a D20. You are an ordinary person right now, so you only get a +1 to that roll. But as soon
And
as
that's just Jonathan rolling it?
yeah, just Jonathan, because you're
I rolled a 12 plus
you-
1, so 13.
you just saw some lightning, but it was purple.
Okay. That doesn't exist. Purple lightning isn't scientific, so I would freak out.
You realize the cloud, something's wrong with the cloud too, because like I say, I mean it's black. There's literally, not gray, black. And that purpleness you now see, you can actually see the residual energy is kind of permeating off of this cloud, like the cloud looks like it has like maybe a purple aura to it.
Okay.
If you have a TV on, all of a sudden all your phones go to the storm alert. All the TVs go to a storm alert on every channel. It says block out. All you see, basically, stay in your home. Everyone is ordered to go to their home, and the word ordered is on there by the governor of Ohio. I don't know who that is. I didn't do my homework. I'm sorry. The governor comes on and he's like, "This is a state of emergency. I need all non-essential personnel to go home immediately and seek shelter. If you have a basement, please seek shelter in your basement. If you do not have safe shelter, you may go to your local schools, universities, and armories." This is at this time it is just a state level emergency, but I need everyone to go home. And then it says some instructions roll up the screen for everyone on if what they should do, basically. To repeat.
Wow. Okay.
At that time, you see what looks like. Actually, you're 15 minutes away, right?
Me, yeah.
Are you in what direction? Would that be west, east, north of them, or south? So south of them? 15 minutes south. Let me go to Google Earth really quick. So that's about 15 miles in like North Industry?
No, it's not. It's like, she's like 6 miles from us.
Oh, 6 miles, okay.
Yeah, it's just all town driving.
Okay, all town driving. So that's over towards like the pizza oven or North Industry. Okay. So that looks like a suburb. Yes, no?
Well, we're in North Canton, and she's in Canton. Those are two different towns.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She's in Canton. She's like in dead middle of downtown Canton. Like she's like really close to the hospital in Canton.
She's like 5 minutes away.
We're about 6
I
miles
see it.
north.
Okay, so I thought you guys were in Canton, and she was south of that. But okay, North
Sorry.
Canton. You're in the suburbs, and
And I'm in the
she's in the city. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. You, what do you do on your day? Are you at home?
I'm at home, yeah.
You were at home at 3 o'clock?
Yeah. I was taking a nap at 3 o'clock.
Oh, you wake up to a boom and the whole house shaking.
Cool.
Anyway, do you have,
Might I throw out there that I'm a very paranoid person and that would totally freak me the F out?
okay, so what do? You hear boom, and your house is shaking like an
I
earthquake.
would go to the basement.
Okay, so
'Cause
at that time you notice your phone comes on, and it has that emergency message on it. It's just
Okay.
because our phones are never off anymore.
Nope.
So you grab you're looking at your phone as you run down to the basement. Is there a thick door on the basement? Is it a new house, older house?
It's an old house. The basement is all concrete.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a well-built house.
Okay.
You have all hardwood floors. And
Oh,
it's
like an old Victorian house?
Yeah.
That sounds okay. So yeah, you run down to the basement and you're hiding in there, and again, an earth-shattering boom happens over in your guys' side of the town. You start hearing these thunderous booms, but it's different. As these booms happen, you're like carrying some groceries in, and you happen to turn and look in the direction, and you see those black clouds. That lightning comes down, that purple lightning, and it hits the ground, and you're probably looking maybe a mile off as the crow flies. The lightning hits, but it doesn't stop. It's like electricity just hitting and staying a current from the clouds to the ground. And then you see another boom, and another one, and there's 6 of these booms, and then you see with each of those there seems to be a stream of purplish white lightning encompassing and striking the ground. And then something strange in between all 6 of these streams. You see reality starts to change. Reactions?
Obviously I'd be freaked out, right? I'd be worried about protecting Amanda and the dog.
Okay.
That would be my first thing. We'd probably get down into the basement.
Okay.
Into the spare bedroom, lock the doors, push up stuff against the walls. The outside walls are concrete, so I'm not too worried about that, but, yeah, that's probably what I'd be doing.
Okay. So, you grab her and the couple bags of food that you have in your hands, and you go down to the basement.
That's what I would do, yeah.
You block the door and you hunker down, and there is noises, booms. You hear car alarms go off, sirens go off. Like, do you guys have tornado warnings? Okay, so you have.
Oh yeah. We have a test every week.
Okay, yeah, you hear those are going off super loud. You can hear the TV is still on, and all of a sudden, about 5 minutes after you get down into the basement, the TV is quiet, and all the electricity goes out.
Poor dog.
What's that?
He would have had a heart attack and died already, probably.
Your dog?
Yes.
How old?
He's petrified of thunder.
How old is she?
She's 8.
Ooh, and what kind of dog?
She's a lab kitty mix.
I mean, that's up there. I mean, they could live to 15, but.
Yeah.
She just.
You want me to roll to see if your dog has a heart attack?
If she doesn't already have a heart attack.
Okay.
His and mine's anxiety and paranoia on top of her anxiety.
So,
Just gonna.
Jonathan, I'm gonna have you roll 100 side die. You gotta get a better roll than me. I got a 21, by the way.
I got 44.
You're holding the door, and all of a sudden the dog makes a funky noise, and then it shits itself. Just its bowels release, and it falls over.
Oh boy.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Good job, Jonathan.
I didn't account for that being part of this.
Sorry.
I told you that it was a bad storm, but I didn't think that the dog would shit herself and die.
Yeah, free role play. You guys are hunkered down. You hear the booming. There's still some shaking here and there, and then when the lights go out, it's dead quiet. Everything's just.
I think my instinct would not be to go out, right? Because having been in, I live in Florida, I've lived here in Ohio. I know that when if it's been a really bad storm and things get quiet all of a sudden, you could be in the eye, you could be like right before the storm hits again. So I just tend to wait at least 15 minutes, right before I would go out and do anything.
Okay.
Even with the smell of shit next to us?
Yeah. I'm pretty much, if there was a dead body next to me, I'd probably still be laying there waiting.
So yeah, just free role play between each other while you're waiting down there. You're sitting down there.
I'd probably be consoling Amanda.
Okay.
Very upset because of that.
Well, so I'm not upset about the cops dying, really. I'm scared to death about what Doll is doing 20 minutes away from us. Is she still alive? Like, sorry, Ashley. I care about Top. What?
Nala.
I have a dog that lives with my ex-wife, and she's up in the Akron area, about 20 minutes north of us.
Okay.
And my dog is a loud ass and will bark at a leash that moves wrong and walks away.
Okay.
Or if anyone goes from like a seated position to a standing position, she has amnesia, so she will just start barking. So it's one of those that my ex-wife, we're still really good friends. She's more than happy to take care of her and keep her with her and like all of that stuff. It's a better situation.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think I would. We don't have my anxiety meds down here with us, do we?
You do not. You do not take those down there. Unless you have some in your purse.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
You have everything in your purse, Amanda. You don't have those in your purse.
No, your anxiety is pretty high. It's yeah, it's pretty high.
Oh. Yeah.
Anybody have ADHD? What's that?
All three of us have it. We all
Oh.
have autism.
Did you read the original Rick's book
Yeah.
about side stalkers? That they may have been people that had ADHD.
I was going to ask you if you, just curious, since you mentioned that obviously we have the history of playing the game, would our knowledge about the game and the lore in the game, right, because I've read, I own, 35 of the books.
Yes.
Does that lore carry on into my knowledge now?
Yeah. You read the books, you know, as long as you know it. I do ask that you don't refer to the books, like open a book and read in depth on it. So, but
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the memory we have now. I'm just
Yes.
talking like the skill,
Yes.
the, like lore of
So,
juicers.
so that is going to be under gamer lore, and that is not really a role. That's more of a role play because if you know it, you know it,
Gotcha.
right?
Okay.
So, yeah, you're having anxiety.
It's too fucking quiet.
It's dead quiet. There's nothing. The cell phones are dead now. Everything's dead. Except, self-powered devices like car alarms, the generators for hospitals, probably the tornado warning things have their own backup power supply of some sort. I mean, if I was to plan, I would plan that, but that makes probably too much sense. They probably don't have that. Anyways, it's been 15 minutes as you guys are just kind of, you're consoling her. Remember, your lights are out in your basement. Your phones.
But it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You look at the phone. It's stuck on 3:33.
Okay. What does it look like outside? We have block windows.
Oh, do you?
We have block windows in the house. They're like they're like this thick, right?
Like the glass window lock?
Yeah,
Like,
they're the thick blocks. They're not actually windows. They're like a block of transparent of bricks. So you can see through them, but it's not like you can see what's actually on the other side. You can see light coming in.
yeah, it's dark.
I was gonna say, it's dark in the basement.
There are
Good day.
some kind. You can tell there's got to be fires going on outside because there is orange flickering light like fire would make.
Okay. So at this point, I tell her to stay down because it would be a male chauvinist, and go up the stairs.
Okay.
And what do I see when I get to the top of the stairs? Like we have a nice house, right? And I get to the top of the stairs from the basement, and I look around the house. Is the house still okay?
Is there a door at the top of the basement?
Yeah.
Okay, so you open up the door. Is anything on the opposite side of that door that could fall over or block the doorway?
No.
Okay. You open the door. What is immediately across from you, from your view?
A wall.
Just a wall, like a hallway wall, or
Yeah.
It's gone. There is a spherical, basically a circle, but a spherical piece of your house that's completely missing, like a ball came and went through your house, and then hit the ground, dispersed into the bare ground, but everything from the ceiling to the ground is gone. Would that have gone into your basement?
Yeah.
Shit. So we'll just make it so just a small part of it, of the wall is missing, and it came in at an angle.
Okay. So is it still there? Whatever took it in, or
the wall is no. You look. What's beyond? How do you get?
So is there a roof above it? Is it a big hole?
There's a big gaping hole in the roof, except it's dead quiet. There's no wind, nothing. It's just dead quiet.
Okay.
Except fire. Well, sorry, there are alarms, but there's no wind. Like you can see the sky, but there's no, no natural sounds.
Okay. I yell down to stay the fuck downstairs.
Okay.
do not come upstairs. I walk to the front door of the house. Is the front door still there?
Is the front door, so you said you come up your stairs and there's a wall.
We're literally in a hallway. Left is the kitchen, about 3-4 feet is the kitchen, and then 10 feet to the right is the foyer and my office.
Okay,
This
so
way I'm being out.
your front door is ajar, and you can see cracks down your house, and the door is just kind of open.
Okay, so we have a holy house that's cracked and broken, and great. We have no way to protect ourselves. This is great. If it rains, we're screwed.
Well, I mean,
Good.
you might be able to shut the door, but it will take some work to repair it.
Yeah, but if I shut the door,
Then you're
all
trapped.
right. So I go to the front door, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna push the door open with my foot to look out.
So you
Probably gonna grab something as a club.
it probably pulls open, right? It's a front door.
Yeah.
Okay. So you with your foot.
Put my foot inside and push it.
Do you have a club? Do you have a bat or a fire poker?
I definitely have a club.
A club?
You have a few lightsabers in your office.
Okay. You find something for a club. Is it like a club you have? Like a...
Yeah.
Okay. You grab a club. And you look outside. There's no noise, but you see your neighbor laying on the ground.
Okay, in his yard or my yard?
In the street.
In the street. Okay, so I don't know if she told you, we're on the mouth of a cul-de-sac, so we're like right as the cul-de-sac is starting. Like, there's like a little like straight part, and then there's the cul-de-sac itself. So we're on the beginning of the corner.
So it looks like he got out of his car
Yeah.
and then collapsed because the car is open and
Right.
there's the door is open on the driver's side and he's collapsed on the ground.
So I walk over to him.
Okay.
First thing I check is I don't move him. I check to see if he's got a pulse.
He has a pulse.
Okay.
I should think you roll your first aid.
Okay.
What level are you? What do we decide?
Well, I'm 50.
Oh, so you're level 7 or 8. It should be on your character sheet that we made, right?
So let's say 7 or 8 of first aid. I do have first aid on my sheet. I gotta look at the percentage though. Where did I put that? First aid is 45 plus 5, so 5 times 8 is 40, so 85%.
Yeah, you got a pretty good.
You get under an 85%, is that correct?
Under 85. Hey, what's up?
68. Okay, so I did that.
So yeah, he's got it's weak and thready though.
Okay. So I will,
Where did you check for the pulse? On the wrist or on the...
on his neck, right? Because you said he's on his...
And he's hotter than hell.
Okay, do I see any burn marks? Do I see like he got hit by lightning or anything?
On his left side of his face, there is what looks like a puncture wound. It's kind of festering, but then there's like blackish purple bruising that go from his cheek all the way to... You're gonna have to roll him over.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab him by the back of his shirt so that it doesn't choke him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pull him off the street and into his lawn.
Okay.
Because I don't want either one of us to get hit by a car. I don't know what the hell anybody's coming home, right?
Immediately, when you touch him and
Yeah.
you make contact with him, his breathing starts like this.
Alright, it shouldn't take me more than a few seconds to get him onto the lawn.
Right.
I'm not going to continue. I'll let him go at that point. I just got him off to the middle of the street.
Yeah. It doesn't stop.
That infection, what it looks like to me, just from it kind of looks like an infection, so I don't want to, that's why I didn't want to touch him.
Does he have children?
Not in the house.
Family members that might be visiting?
He has a wife.
Okay. Their door is open and all their windows are broken out.
Okay. When I pull him into the lawn, just so you know, one of the reasons why I did it the way I did is I grabbed his shirt. I didn't actually touch him. I don't want to break any more bones or anything else that might be damaged with him. I see he's got an infection, so I don't want to touch it. That's why I grabbed his shirt and pulled him onto the lawn. I lay him down there. I kind of take a few steps back. I yell out, "Hey, man, are you okay? Are you alive? You awake?"
There's nothing. He's just doing that.
All right. So then I'm going to run back into the house, my house.
Okay.
Yell up downstairs, tell Amanda to grab the butcher knife and bring it with her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of from the door. I'm gonna kind of open our door and tell her what I saw on the guy's face, and then point out the windows and everything. What about the rest of the street? Is there anybody else coming out from their houses?
Roll a perception. You look around.
And David,
Yes.
I did a rough sketch of what the first floor of our house looks like so that you have a better idea. It's a very rough sketch. Is there still a kitchen left for me to try to find said butcher knife?
Where's the sketch at?
Facebook, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, that, oh, nice, thank you. That 20-sided die, +1. Okay. That gives me a way better.
I rolled an 11.
You
I'm not
rolled?
rolling that great today.
There's nobody immediately on the street, but now you're noticing there are cars that have gone through walls of houses, and there is a mail carrier that is toppled over because it looks like he hit the curb too hard and flipped the car over, and there's mail all over the street, and you do see the mailman's hands hanging out of the front window of the car. There is blood on the windshield.
So, listen, I know this is going to sound really low, but this is my military training kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I'm going to do is go grab the bags of mail and any packages that I see in the vehicle, throw them in the bag, and anything I can carry and bring in the house, I'm going to do that first things first. Okay. You run in there. There's a lot of packages. It's a little mail carrier car, right? So I'm going to grab everything that I can.
You grab 2 really big sacks of mail, or actually they're in bundles. They're all
right.
So you grab the mail and you take it in there. It takes you a couple trips, but each trip I want you to roll another perception as you come out to see if you see more of this horrid shit.
Oh, that's a good one. 18 total?
18. The neighbor to the right of you, is that him, or is he across the street?
He's across the street.
Okay. The neighbor to the right to you, are they a family, or are they just... It's
a nice little Asian lady with 3 of her... She's got 2 young kids in the house.
You see one of her kids, are they like 2, 4?
No, they're the oldest is 12, 13, and then the youngest is like 10.
You see that 10-year-old wandering around.
I yell out his name, Colin. Colin, what are you doing? Are you okay?
You notice he's breathing weird.
Like the other guy?
Yes.
And
he turns and looks at you, and you see his face is like a darkish purple with black streaks all throughout his face coming from like around his neck into his eyes, and he just screams an unholy scream at you and starts running at you. And that's when you notice his arms are elongated, and so is his legs and his fingers, and he's just coming at you Yes.
It was a big mistake on his part. So, I yell at Amanda to run back in the house, and I put my back to her so that I can keep her behind me. And I get to the door. Do I get to the door before he does?
What did we decide your speed was?
My speed's not good. My speed's only like an 8.
You're faster than I am, though.
I mean, yeah, but like I can't really run fast, long distance.
It's about, from where you are, you were in your neighbor, you were going out to the mail truck. So you're actually closer. What's that? Yeah, you came out your house and you were going to the mail truck. So you're halfway there. He is closer to you than your house. And he comes tearing at you.
So I would probably tell that he's going to make before me, so I would have a man behind me.
Like, you think he's running twice as fast as you, if not more.
I mean, he's a kid, so yeah. I would
Horribly
probably
fast.
swing my bat. If he gets within bat range, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. You hear him behind you when you're running, and you look over your shoulder, and you have to attack him. Like, otherwise,
right.
he's going to tap
Well, I
you.
would never, just so you know, I would never have run with him behind me. I would have turned, I would have been running, like, I would have been walking kind of backwards,
Right.
waiting to come up to me, right?
Okay. So you were going backwards. Fine. With that angle, you can tell that you're not going to make it to the door.
Right, that's fine. So I dropped the bag, right, and I'm up for a nice little spring training here.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Was there still a kitchen for me to get that butcher knife? Because that never got answered.
Yes.
So I didn't even know where.
Sorry, yes.
Okay.
The only hole in your house came directly, basically, from like an angle from above, like the basement stairs that went through the hallway,
Okay.
the top of the hallway, into whatever room's at the other side of that.
Okay. The green room is off.
Yeah, so you have a knife, and you are looking out, and you can see him, and you see this neighbor kid running at him at a unnatural speed. You are, okay, so I need you to roll initiative, and that's going to be a 20-sided die. Jonathan and Amanda, but we're going to do that. Oh, that's right, my initiative chart.
I rolled a 4.
Ooh.
And I rolled a 13.
In the spirit of it's your first game, you may have my new roll if you would like.
Sure.
I mean, it's a 4, so you, yeah.
That's not my luck.
I can't do that. I can't do that to you. I'm going to roll my real die. You have a 13. And this is the kid's roll now. Oh, I got to put, he has a +2, so that's actually a 9. So you're in stance when he comes up. It's your action. You said you were in the military, right? So you do have 4 actions.
So I'm just transparently the first thing I mean, and I had martial arts training when I was in the military. The first thing I would have done is, my instinct is not to kill the kid because, he's a neighbor kid. So the instinct would be to probably go for his chest, right, or his leg.
Okay.
Right, or his arms, right? Like, I don't mind breaking something, I just don't want to kill him, right? So, I'd probably, if he had his hands out, if he was running at me like this.
His arms are running like he's a professional, runner.
Oh, okay.
And
then I definitely would have.
And you also notice that his fingers are elongated.
I would have definitely been going for his chest.
And sharp, because you got an 18 for your perception on him, remember. So yeah, he's running at you, screams at you as he gets closer. Right as you're getting ready, you're battering up, you see he screams and his jaw looks like it unhinges.
Oh no, now I'm hitting him for the face. He's doing some creepy shit like that.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that.
Roll your strike.
And that's the PS, is that
That's-
right?
Your strike is going to be 20-sided die,
Okay.
plus any physical prowess bonus you may have. Most of you won't have any bonuses to start. You said that you have some martial arts training, so I will give you.
I don't have any bonus to PS, but yeah, I would have hand-to-hand, I put it down as,
But you,
basic expert and martial arts.
however, I think you stated that you weren't a black belt.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so for game senses, a black belt is a fully trained level 1 in martial arts.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and you have. I'll give you a +1 to strike, and batter up. Remember, so for my house rules, only a 1 and a 2 is a miss.
Gotcha. 17?
17, you hit him right in the noggin, right where his jaw meets his mandible, and you just two-handed full strength punch plus your bat. So your strength is you can have a 2d4 for your punch because you have some martial arts training or in an expert. And then the bat does another, is it aluminum or wood?
Just wood.
D-
Aluminum is wooden bat.
Another d6 damage.
Okay. So, 11 points of damage? I mean, that's a kid, so...
11 points of damage. Yeah, but when you
sure you weren't snapping his head off at that point?
you hit him, and with such force, he like jerks, and he flies over some bushes and lands in the hedge. But you still hear as he scrambles back up. His head is distorted from that hitting. But I don't know if you ever head traumas. People can suffer some really fucked up shit.
So, I still have 3 more attacks, so when I hit him and he flies, I'm back on top. I don't wait for him to get back up. I'm hitting him. Boom, 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 boom.
So, so you're gonna, one action has to be spent trying to get to him.
Okay.
Because you hit him so hard he flew over some bushes. He's only like, what, 60 pounds?
Maybe 80 pounds?
Maybe 80 pounds, yeah. But yeah, you see him get back up and he's shaking off the wound. But you could tell you definitely hurt the creature. At this point, I would call it a creature, not a child. At that point, it's your action.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my last 2 attacks. I still have 3 attacks, right?
Yeah, but so the way initiative works here is, say we have, I'm going to do, the top of initiative is 20. And
If you hold on a minute, somebody's at my door.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll give me time to get up my initiative chart, too.
I was just gonna ask him if he needed me to go up to hold on to her.
At any time you can come up, but I was going to switch to Ashley real quick.
Yep, go for it.
Cool.
So, sorry, I'm looking for my initiative chart real quick, too. Ashley, it has been 15 minutes. You are in the basement. Everything has gone quiet. The lights are totally out. There's no lighting. Your phone works, but there's no cell signal. But it has like, flashlight mode and stuff like that.
So I did not give you a sketch of my house.
That's okay.
But it's a square house.
It's a square house.
So when I'm gonna go up the basement steps.
Okay.
I would walk into my kitchen.
You walk into your kitchen? All right.
Yes. Trying to think. I am going to walk from my kitchen to my living room.
All right, what's, you immediately
Because
notice,
that has windows and stuff, so I would be able to see better.
you immediately notice a huge hole in the ceiling of your house. Is it 2 stories?
Yes.
That goes from the very top of the house all the way down into your living room, and all the windows are gone from that.
Cool.
And roll a perception,
Cool.
because you are in Canton proper. Let's
Okay.
call it that.
And that is a D20?
That is a D20.
A 4.
You see nothing. Let's re-roll. I'm going to give you a re-roll because nobody can do that
An 8.
in 8. The storm is still going outside, except it's completely silent. There are some, like you see the lightning striking, but it looks like it's striking off like a mile maybe, or 2.
Okay.
And it's weird purple lightning.
Okay.
But you can see these main branches of purple lightning that are, you see one all the way like west of you, and then you look down the other way and you can see one like east. Or is your house facing north, south, or east, or west? So
That's a wonderful question.
Okay.
I have no
So,
damn clue.
to the left
I
of
think
you?
it's facing
Our house
south.
is facing south.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was right.
So yes, so you can see to the east and the west then. You see these large, continuous streams of what you think is like a purplish like lightning or energy, about a mile off in each direction.
Okay. So
Maybe a little further.
Walmart.
You just got a bad roll for depth perception.
What?
You just got a bad roll for your perception. So I'm making it your depth perception. You don't know how far off it is, but you do know it's to the east and west of you.
Okay.
My question was going to be, Ashley, did you have your glasses or your contacts in when you went into your basement?
She just woke up from a nap.
Which is why I'm asking, because if she doesn't, she's blind as a bat, and probably before would
Well,
have...
I would have had my glasses on because I sleep with my glasses, but I'm trying to remember what I was like. I might have had my contacts in. I don't remember. I have them in now.
You have them in. I rolled. You have them in.
Okay, cool.
One of them feels funky though. It's like
They always feel funny.
mispositioned or something, but yeah,
Okay.
you're seeing that.
So we're gonna ditch the cat because I know my cat, and my cat will have hidden a bajillion miles.
Oh, I
away,
forgot
and
you were
I've never-
holding your cat when you were out here. When you look out this way, it immediately like scratches the shit out of you and runs away.
Cool. I mean, I am also a paranoid person, so
There are people laying in the streets.
ooh.
You got an 8, but I gotta. You have to see this.
But I'm paranoid.
All over the streets.
Yeah, you'd be, no way. You'd be in the house, up in your bedroom.
Exactly. I would not leave that house. No, he's right. I would not leave my house.
I don't know that you'd have left the I mean, you might have looked out the window, but I can't see you actually stepping outside.
I haven't said I've stepped outside yet. But I've looked out the window, yes.
Yeah, there are bodies in the street. Multiple, maybe 20.
There's no cell service, so I can't call them, which would be my first instinct.
Sucks that nobody has landlines anymore.
Yeah. I would still be in the house though. Like that's
Okay.
me.
You go back down to the basement and lock yourself in?
I think she'd probably go to her bedroom.
I would probably go to my bedroom and lock myself in.
That's her safe space.
Okay. So you go to your bedroom.
Basement's scary for her.
Probably, and you lock yourself in, and you just are like,
Nope.
nope, this didn't happen.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay.
As does Javi saying, peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So since we're gonna switch back to them because you're hanging out in your house and nothing's really going on in your room. You're pretty safe in here. You do notice that maybe the foundation of the house shifted because there's some cracks in the ceiling, just a little bit, not bad.
Okay.
And the one kind of going down a wall.
Okay.
And you look, you got a window in your room.
I too.
The curtains open and the windows are blown out.
Okay. I would be petrified.
Okay, so you go under your bed, you go under your blankets and just stay there?
I would. I'm trying to think. If I think it's really bad weather and I think it's gonna get worse, I wouldn't go under my bed. I'm not that much of a chicken.
Okay.
I'll leave everything as it is.
Okay. So, you're just kind of chilling in your room, hoping that this is a bad nightmare that will go away.
Yeah.
John, you are on your second attempt to beat this thing down. You've made it around, so that's your second action. I can't hear you.
I was gonna say I wouldn't give him. I mean, I don't like you know. I always tell people there's a difference between police officers and the military. Police officers are taught how to subdue. The military is taught how to kill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Nobody. By the way, that's a good reason. If you ever ask why the military should never ever interact with American citizens, right?
Yep.
We're not taught, and none of us are taught.
Exactly.
How to subdue people. We're taught how to murder people. So you don't put military who've been trained that way in the city streets and think that they're going to be good cops. They'll be the worst cops ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they don't care. Because their job is to survive and kill the enemy.
8 years.
Okay?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I would. You know, I wouldn't let him get a chance to get up. I would be like, just keep pounding
So,
into the ground.
yeah, so remember, your second action is to move into place so you can do that. Your third action, go ahead and strike.
Right?
Yeah. He's a kid, so he doesn't get many actions. Plus you almost walked.
This kid's weak. He was still weak. He was.
A 14.
15.
So with a plus 1 is a 15. So you hit him again in the head with your called because that's basically a called strike. So roll damage again.
So 6 more.
6 more points of damage.
17 now.
This time you see that his skin cracks, like it's actually has been like it hardened, and it was like some sort of exoskeleton, and you see a little bit of blood splatter out, but it's black.
I yell at Amanda to get back in the house, or whatever this is contagious, and I swing again.
Oh, it's his action. He lunges at you and goes to strike you with his elongated arm, you can do a simultaneous attack, or you can try to parry.
I'm going to try to hit the arm that's coming out at me with the bat.
Okay, so that's a parry. Are you trying to
parry and damage his weapon?
Okay.
His arm is not a weapon, right? I mean, it is a weapon, but it's not.
It is.
Like, it's not his own weapon where the weapons are clashing. If I break his arm, I break his arm.
Yes,
right?
correct.
So,
Okay, go ahead. He strikes at you. Here's his roll. He does have a +2. 14 to strike.
so he's definitely going to beat my parry because I've only got a 12.
Yeah. He rakes you across the chest. It burns and stings as it goes through your chest, doing 2d6 damage. Sorry, 2d4, not 6. Get rid of this +2. Here's your damage. Remember, you do have SDC first. What kind of, you're wearing a similar shirt to you're wearing now? Actually, it's today.
I was wearing what I was wearing.
So your shirt has 6 SDC, kind of a light shirt. So it actually takes the brunt of that damage. But
this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite shirts. No, I'm really pissed.
Oh, he shreds it for 6 points, 4 points of damage, and you take 2 points pass-through damage.
Okay.
As it rakes across your chest. It's not enough to make you bleed. That's just SDC damage.
Gotcha.
So.
I'm going to do a called shot to his throat.
Called shot to a throat. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll the strike.
Okay, I don't hit something. An 8.
In 8, you really, the way he is close to you, you can use the bat to like hit him with the tip of the bat to like either push him away to when you hit him in the throat, but he's too close to you for you to get your swing. So you just kind of hit him in the chest for half your normal damage.
Is that so 4 damage total?
Yeah, 4 points of damage. What was your strike? That he just kind of gets pushed back. But you could tell when you poked him or hit him with that, he has a hard like exoskeleton or carapace.
Okay, so I'm going to.
You do have one more action left because your parry didn't count as a action. It counted as a parry, which is free for someone who is trained.
I'm going to. Okay, so then I am going to, if he's that close, I'm going to actually take a step, because I'm way bigger than him, right?
Right.
So I'm going to take a step and try to make to the left, and then put the bat around his throat.
So.
And just lift up.
Okay. So you're going to try to grapple him. So let me.
I'm not even trying to grapple him. I'm using I'm literally going to use the force of the bat around his neck and throat, and literally try to snap his neck as I'm lifting it up.
Right, but that's a grapple. You're using the bat to grapple him and then to snap his neck.
Yep.
So let me see. Go ahead and roll a strike for your grapple.
Definitely get a bonus on this. Okay, so 19.
Okay. The creature tries to move out of the way by ducking down, moving to the right, and then trying to hamstring you. But you get around him, and you're able to get him in your grapple hold, and now you need to break his neck. So go ahead and roll again. You need to get a 12 or higher.
17?
A 17. So yeah, you get it, and you're like, it's struggling, and this kid is strong. What's your strength?
10.
10.
I
So
put it at average, man. I put it at average. I figured I'm not a bodybuilder or
Yeah.
anything, right? So.
roll me 2d6.
8.
8. With that, the contestants of strength, he got a 2. You break its neck, and the body goes with it. During that time, you realize this kid is burning up. He was hardened, like probably 108 degrees.
Alright, so I obviously want to get up away from him, and I actually throw my shirt off, because it's torn anyway, and I don't want anything that was on it to spread to me.
Right, so
I throw the shirt off.
you're taking it off and going back to the house when you hear a high-pitched sound. Amanda, you also hear this high-pitched sound.
That tracks because I have noise sensitivity.
It's debilitating, so I actually need you guys to roll a save versus psionics.
It's a D20 what, right?
It is a D20, and you need to
my
get...
ME is only a 12, so that's +1, is that right?
No bonuses.
Okay.
You have to get a 12 or higher for this roll, both of you.
No.
Oh my god. It is debilitating. Like,
So I'm crumpled on the floor. Gotcha.
you are so bad that you can't move, and you feel your muscles like tense up, and you just lock up and you fall over. You're completely aware though. You're unable to control your body. Jonathan,
It'll teach me to leave my
I gotta
noise
roll. Okay, so actually I'll be more fair and I'll roll here. So you got an 8. So you only lose half your actions. You feel like you can't quite function. The noise is so debilitating, but you're still able to move at half speed, and you're still able to try to get to the house.
Okay.
Or take actions.
Well, I'm going to try to see where the sound is coming from. Can I do that while I'm moving?
Well, yeah, it is a small target, so go ahead and roll. Oh, shit. So you're moving, you turn, you're backing away towards the door because you realize something has just crawled, because he's off the back. You see something tear out of the back of the kid's neck, and it crawls, it starts crawling on top of his dead head, and then all of a sudden you see, I'm going to actually, since you got a nat 20, I'm actually going to use that as a dodge also. As you see this weird little thin silvery wire thing shoot out of it at you. I'm going to use your 20 as a dodge. You move out of the way, but you see it as if it's in slow motion, and you feel something in your body, something you're not sure, some strange words that you hear them pronounced, and
Like the creature pronounces?
no, it's in your head.
Okay.
But not from, it's not from the creature. Have you played Skyrim?
I have.
It sounds a lot like Dovazoo.
Oh, God. Alright.
As you feel your body kind of like energized, and now you're moving at normal speed. But you know it's only an effect.
Alright. Whew. So at this point,
You actually,
I dodge it. You said, right? I dodged the creature.
yeah, but you actually, like, when those words you heard, they were so strong in your head that it, like, forcibly came out your mouth.
Like a shout?
Not quite a shout. Not a shout, but the words came out your mouth and you started moving at normal speed.
Okay. That's not weird at all. That's not weird. So I start moving. I dodge the creature.
Mm-hmm. You see the hook thing kind of hit into a fence post.
I beat the fucking shit out of that thing. I just start beating it with a bat.
You realize it's like tensile strength wire. Like it's almost like a monofilament. As the creature, you hear it. Remember, that debilitating sound is still in your head. You see it traveling up the little wire towards the post that it hooked into.
Oh God, this isn't good.
It's a little strange, almost crab shell like creature. Let me just draw a little outline of it. Hang it. I have it drawn out, but this is just a rough estimate. A rough shape because you can't really see it. It has like a blackish metallic look.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And it's contoured to fit like on the back of a neck.
That's not good. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, I already said I was going to do it. I already tried to hit it.
Yeah, you're hitting the thing, and then the wire kind of wraps up around your bat as you hit it, and the thing is like curled up and lands on top of your, like on your bat, facing you, and you feel that the vibration of the sound from the creature.
It's on my back?
No, it's on your bat.
Back. Yeah, like behind me.
Bat, B-A-T.
The B-A-T.
Yeah.
On the back.
So like you hit on the post to try to break the string, and hitting it made it spin around the bat. The wire wrapped around the bat, and then the creature landed on top of it.
Gotcha.
But one end is still the monofilament wire is stuck in the post, and it's screeching. You can see it's trying to. The thing is prehensile, so it's trying to pull it out of the post, but you think it's stuck.
I am going to take the bat and throw it over the post.
Okay, you just.
Right, so that it lands on the other side.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm running into the house.
Okay. With that, you still hear the sound. You run into the house. You shut the door. The sound is a little bit less. You notice that now that you're in the house, you notice your wife on the ground, or girlfriend, Amanda, your living partner.
Now you're getting me in trouble, man. Why are you trying to get me in trouble?
I'm sitting there clenching my ears going, damn it, worst time to forget the damn fucking noise canceling headphones.
I would, again, grab her from under the arms, and so her head's against my chest.
You pull her into the house and shut the door all the way?
Close the door, and I'm going to pull her down the stairs.
Okay.
Her feet can go thunk, 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 but her head will be against my chest.
Yeah. You get her down the stairs, and once you're in the stairway, you can't really hear the sound anymore. And you shut the door, and you're everything kind of slows down again for you, actually, for about 5 minutes after you get her downstairs. And then...
Does my body stop being all muscle locked and
yes,
shit?
at the same time that you... Well, sorry. So it lasts about 5 minutes, the effect that you heard that you were forced to say out of your mouth. And then things slowed down. And then a couple minutes after that is when, 10 minutes after that to be exact, everything goes to normal for you. And she starts waking up.
I would check on her, see if she knows who she is, where she's at, what's been happening in the event.
Do it. She's right there.
Right. I'm going to check those things first. So, Amanda, how old are you?
39.
Okay, who am I?
You're Jonathan.
Okay.
You're my boyfriend. I live with you.
Okay. So, what is the last thing you remember?
The sound.
Grab the sound and grabbing my ears and falling to the floor.
With that 3, you didn't even have a chance to grab your ears.
No.
You just hit the ground.
Okay. By chance, when you were upstairs, did you by chance see my noise-canceling headphones up there?
No. I did not. I wasn't thinking about that. I was seeing you. I was worrying about you.
I was meaning before it even.
You were getting the mail.
And I guess that is kind of on me, because you are always telling me to always have my noise-canceling headphones with me, or have multiple pairs of them.
At that point, I will try to check my phone, David, see if my phone's working.
You look on your phone, and there's no cell signal.
Okay. Is there any power in the house?
There's no power in the house.
Okay.
There's power to your phone, but there's no signal.
Okay. So at that stage, I know there's creepy little crawlies that I'm worrying about, so I don't know that I'm going to want to leave the door. I'm not going to open the door. I'm going to worry that any time there's going to be a creature ready to stab me in the neck.
Okay.
That's where I'm at right now. I think we do have quite a bit of supplies down in the basement. The biggest issue is going to be that there is no bathroom, so that's going to be an issue at some point. But other than that, at least for the next few hours, the next day, I don't know that we would go anywhere unless something from outside gave us warning. We do have a radio that battery powered and solar powered, so it would allow us to hear if there's anything on the radio. It's a ham radio and AM FM. So those things we would listen for.
My love, before we lock ourselves down here, we need to get rid of this shit, because you're sensitive, and this is going to drive you fucking batty.
I get that, but there's little that we can do, right? I have I really don't know that that's going to be my biggest priority. I think what would happen is I would probably try to find one of the, like, we have plastic crates, David,
Mm-hmm.
for the Christmas ornaments and stuff, that have the lids on them. I'd probably open one of those out, take all the ornaments, put the dog and the stuff inside the box, seal it back up, and throw it into the back of the,
Okay.
that's what I would have to do for me.
Okay.
But I would not take chances.
That's my dog, why don't you?
Sorry.
Hey, they haven't had to eat it yet.
I'm not eating that dog.
She's way too
I lived in South Korea, David. I know how the North Koreans love to eat their dogs, but I'm not going to eat my dog.
All the South Koreans like to do it too.
I'm gonna yeah, no man, that's not happening. But they
Just peas.
that's what I would say. I'd say that's the biggest issue right now, is that I would not
Okay.
it's a fortified, like, I'm thinking in my
Yep.
head, right? It's a fortified position. We're here. We have plenty of water. I mean, I have cases and cases of water,
Mhm.
right? Tons of food that's easy for us to eat. Pop-Tart cereal, all kinds of stuff there. There's no reason for me to venture out at this point.
Family.
When literally
Friends.
we stepped out of the house and I saw not one, but two different people who probably had this thing attached to them. Like,
So, I do have a question, David.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the sketch I sent you, on the other side of the green room is like where the garage is. I am hoping and assuming that the garage did not get affected by the giant hole that came through the house.
No, so, let's see. The basement. So this looks like, is the basement door, it doesn't come out.
The basement word is just to indicate that door goes down.
Oh, that's a door, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
in the middle, okay. So, it looks like from the basement door, your kitchen, your foyer, we got it the other way around, don't we? No? So your,
And the garage is actually just on the back side of the office.
right, so your kitchen is to the right, and your foyer is to the left. I had it backwards in my head.
No, foyer is to the right.
you're coming up the stairs.
That's what I meant.
To the right.
Yes.
The kitchen's to the left.
Right, left, right, okay. So what happened was the roof above the hallway is gone and part of your office is gone from what it looks like.
Okay.
The green room is fine and the kitchen is fine. The door is just ajar. You have to do a little bit of work to get it to shut all the way, your front door.
So Jonathan, at some point we're gonna want to go and grab more shit from my van that is in the garage that we left full.
Then I would probably do that fairly quickly. I would wait for the nighttime, David, for things to quiet down. I closed the front door. There's no cat door or dog door on any of the house. There's no other real entry point except the garage. The garage would have the door down, so the question would be, can we sneak through the green room and grab the supplies? If there's no power, we would probably also grab some of the meat.
There is
out of the
lighting
freezer.
left.
So you're gonna wait till sundown?
I mean, you said it was pretty dark as it was, right?
Yes, but that's due to the clouds, the black clouds.
I probably would wait at least an hour.
Okay.
And then creep through the house.
So that puts it at about 5 o'clock
Yeah.
when you, except you don't actually know that because all the
I
clocks.
mean, I have a watch.
Your watch stopped at 3:33.
Oh. So did my phone, you said.
Yes.
Okay. What would you do, Amanda?
I was gonna say I would just start with one of us going up into the garage and just starting to pull little bits. Don't forget there is that sliding glass door in the green room also. Luckily the curtains are always closed on that, but that is another thing. Just because I know I personally, since told you this was going to be bad, I personally would like to have all the supplies in one area for us to use and have, to not have to.
So, Ash,
We would probably move stuff down pretty quickly, so, because everything is already like, kind of like set up in boxes and crates for us to, go into the supplies, so.
I'm going to switch to Ashley real quick. Ashley,
But she's very good.
you
Mm-hmm.
had covered yourself up, and you're hiding under your covers, and you kind of fall asleep. But you wake up completely drenched, soaked from fear, because you had the worst dream.
Okay.
You dreamt that at nighttime, the world ends.
Okay.
You dreamt of the zombie apocalypse, of hundreds of creatures coming into your house and ripping you apart and eating you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is now a
that's
good
okay.
time to mention that I'm extremely paranoid?
But it's not a dream. You know that's what's going to happen.
Cool.
If you don't change your situation.
Okay. So I don't exactly have a plan. If I know that this is actually going to happen, the biggest,
You know
I
that
don't
you're
want
not
to call it
safe.
a weapon, but the best weapon that I would have is, please don't laugh at me. My
You're fine.
my aunt got this. It's literally like a wooden rolling pin.
Like a baker's pin?
But I mean it's like this thick.
Yeah.
And it's solid wood.
I mean,
She used to keep it by her
It's a club.
chair in case people broke into her house.
so I need you to roll a 20-sided dice as you are literally like thinking about making your plan. So roll a 20.
Okay.
What'd you get?
A 2.
Oh, so awful.
This game doesn't like our roll.
The dance does not like our roll.
I don't think it's the game. I think it's the mechanisms.
Some people roll good, some people roll terrible. Like,
I mean, we roll good and terrible as our regular dice too.
yeah. So, as you are thinking this, I'm going to roll a TM roll.
Okay.
You realize that your dream changes, or your vision changes,
Okay.
slightly. It just shows you beating things off with this thing as they rip you apart.
Cool. Okay. Knife.
A knife changes again slightly, then ripping you apart while you're stabbing them with a knife.
Cool. Okay.
How are you gonna get out?
How am I gonna get out? Well,
At this
it would
point,
probably not be a good idea to be trapped in my bedroom.
okay. At this point, do you?
My thing is I'm paranoid,
Right.
and I know that the lightning was to the east and to the west. I do know that.
Right.
And you know that obviously, if at this point in time, if Jonathan and I haven't come for you yet, that you gotta, like,
Can't help.
it's on you, babe.
Yeah. So I probably I guess I will leave a note, and I am going to walk to Walmart.
Walk?
I don't have a car. I can't drive.
Okay. So
And
you,
then cars along the street.
how far is Walmart?
0.7 miles.
So you,
How fast can you walk it?
I can walk it in 12 minutes.
okay, so you leave a note and you exit your, do you take anything with you? Sorry.
Might as well bring the knife.
You bring a knife? Okay.
Yes. One of the,
Anything else?
I'll bring my phone.
Okay.
I'll bring my wallet. Because, why not? Got my ID in it. Knowing me, I'll get hungry, so I'll bring snacks.
Okay. So now you're,
But the purpose of going to Walmart is to find something to change my vision, and Walmart has stabby things.
okay.
Because that's the closest place that I can think of that has stabby things and BB guns. So,
Okay. No, that's fine. I was just wondering if you were going to bring anything with you.
I'll bring a little bit of food, because I get hungry a lot,
So,
and I often snack on my way
you
to
going to bring a
Walmart.
backpack of some sort or something to carry
Yeah.
this stuff in?
Yeah.
So I need you to write down the backpack and
Okay.
the items you place in it. And then you head to Walmart, and
Which is west of her, by the way.
which is
Yeah.
west of her. Okay.
Yeah. But literally I only have two options. So
So you take
I
a
can
right.
go to the hospital, or I can go to Walmart.
Two places in a zombie apocalypse you should never
Yeah.
go. So you take a right out of your house, and you go west because you said that your house faces south, right? So
Yes.
you have your bag of stuff. It took you about 20 minutes to gather enough stuff that you think
Okay.
that if you get trapped somewhere, you'll have something at least. And
Yeah.
you start heading to Walmart. Along the way, you see all these bodies in the street that are breathing really weird. Like,
I'm a paranoid person. Again, I will just keep walking.
car doors that are wide open with people that look like they've fallen out. Two cars on the corner
Hey, you know how to drive.
of your block. You see, it looks like two cars, they had a head-on collision, and the driver from one car ended up in the other car, and the driver from the other car ended up in the opposite car. They traded places.
Oh boy.
You know how to drive.
A couple of
Kinda.
the vehicles are still running.
Okay.
Roll a perception.
Perception. That's a D20, right?
Go ask Mom.
16.
We're gaming. I'm running their intro. Well, where's Mom? Sleeping? Go ask her to make you a Rico float. That's that. I bought that yesterday. But okay. So sorry, I missed what you were saying.
16.
Okay. As you look around, you see a couple of you think kids coming towards you. But they're moving kind of strange.
Okay.
They're walking down the street. They actually don't. You don't know if they actually see you yet.
Get in the car.
See, here's the thing though. You're over there and I'm over here. I don't have you to listen to.
Right.
what would JD do, right? What would Jonathan David do? He'd tell you get in the fucking car.
You, roll your 20-sided die. Let's see if this works for you this time. Oh yeah.
13.
So, you see the kids. What are you going to do when you see these kids? I mean, they might be people like you that are having the same trouble as you.
Yeah. Again, paranoid.
Okay.
So there is a dumpster, that is near the Walmart.
Okay.
Um,
So you're about 2 blocks from your house.
I'm about 2 blocks from my house.
Yeah. When
Okay.
you
So,
when you come across the cars at Traded Places, and then you see the kids to the right of you, that haven't, but they're looking at stuff weirdly, like they, got a concussion or something.
okay.
There's a nice F-350 with its engine running. It's red.
Definitely could not drive a Ford. I could drive a Toyota. I could drive that.
You can drive whatever. Get behind and you
drive a Ford?
Why could you drive a Ford? They all drive the same.
You realize that there's no cars driving on the road right now. They're either parked, crashed, or just look like they were stalled in the middle of the road.
Okay. Is there anything...
You are the only person walking except those 2 other people that are about a half a block down from you.
Half a block down. Okay. Are there any small cars? Like...
A Yugo? You look around, you see a Tesla.
I don't know how to drive that. Again, I know how to drive tiny cars.
Ashley.
Yes. I
Don't
know.
overthink. Zombie apocalypse. You want the freaking truck. He was giving you a giant cookie piece. Okay? It.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
If there's a...
you were seeing that there's a dumpster that you were gonna go and hide in, I think so?
hide behind. So it
Right.
would still be...
So your vision changes. All of a sudden
Okay.
you have it where you get behind this dumpster and those kids that are to the right of you chased you and they ate you next to the dumpster. And you die while you watching them eating your liver out of your body.
Okay. What happens? Do I see anything in the truck?
There is a rifle rack on the back of it, and it looks like there's a shotgun. And there is another missing gun.
Okay.
But there is a shotgun on a rifle rack in the back of this Ford F-150. Or 350,
Cool.
sorry. It's like
Who's closer to the truck, me or the kid?
you. It is to the left of you. The engine is running. And the kids,
Cool.
you see one of the kids like look up and you hear like a scream from down the road as you see this kid start running toward you.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab the shotgun.
Okay, so you climb into the truck. You climb
Yeah.
over the back of into the second cab, and you grab the shotgun. You pull it down. You immediately notice there's a trigger lock on it.
Cool. I'm gonna abandon that idea because I don't know what that is, and I'm gonna try to drive the truck.
The kid is
The
getting
trigger lock
really
is literally
close.
what it sounds like. There's a lock on the trigger that doesn't allow you to fire the weapon.
Yeah.
It's to keep the weapon secure inside the vehicle so that nobody tries to take the weapon and use it against the driver if they don't have the key.
Right. So you get into you jump back over the seat as you see this kid running. He's already closed half the distance. Go ahead and roll your pilot automobile at base level.
Drive the truck.
Percentile roll.
Where would that be?
Percentile roll.
Oh, so out of 100?
Yeah. So you want to get
Okay.
under, I think, a 45.
She's driven a
24.
vehicle for years. She just can't drive one right now because she have a seizure on it.
Oh, okay. I
She doesn't
thought
drive. It's not like she doesn't know how to drive. She's just acting. She's being a weirdo.
28.
28. Oh, shit. You've been driving for at least 10 years. Okay. So you back the car up, back it up, and you start driving. The door, you kind of hit the side of the door, though, and it closes, and you keep going as you see that kid, like, leaps on, and you see it in the rearview mirror. It doesn't get onto the back of the truck. You see it, but you see, like, when it gets up, it looks like it pulled some of the street up with its claws, and it's very elongated and almost a deep purple color.
The kid or the street?
The kid.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna step on the gas pedal.
Okay. There are several cars parked along the road, abandoned, as you have to drive probably under 40 miles an hour in order to maneuver around all of the traffic. Including driving up on curbs and doing anything you can to continue driving. Do you where do you go from here? Your mic is
To the mall. Yeah.
to the mall.
No.
You have a running car.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing. Logically, these two are the closest thing I have to family up here.
So you drive to their house.
So, that would be my best bet.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
you have that, and your vision changes. Do you think you survive? You actually find them in that. You have a vision of standing in front of their house, and you haven't died.
Okay. Good. Not dead. Not dead. Gonna drive to their house.
Okay. You're driving to their house. Along your drive, you actually notice that there are several of those continuing lightning bolts. It's not like it strikes and goes away. It just strikes the ground and it's there. You look around, and total, there's like 9 of them. Surrounding where you're at.
Like the immediate area or the general area?
They look like they're a couple miles off as you're driving. Like they're not right there. But your depth perception isn't that great, because remember, one of your contacts was floating around in your eye, and you never quite fixed it, and you realize that now, that you're like, oh fuck, what is going on? As you drive to their house. Let me see if there's any obstacles. As you are driving, you hear a thunderous boom. Jonathan and Amanda, you guys are downstairs at this time. You have already went out and gotten some more supplies and brought them in. And you, Jonathan, you think it's a bad idea once you get out there and it's starting to get nighttime. You can hear things in the distance, screams, like the roaring of those children as it gets darker. Think of these creatures as something like I Am Legend meets Puppet Master.
Oh. Oh.
You're muted again, John.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm muted so you don't hear the dog barking.
Oh, that's fine.
So when you say Puppet Masters, are you talking like Robert Heinlein's Puppet Masters? Is that what you're talking about?
The sci-fi movie?
Yeah.
Yes. You're old enough to know that. You're my age.
Well, that's one of his favorite authors.
Remember the crab-leg structures that got on the back of the necks?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're sitting in the basement and you see a copy of the book just lying there, and it pops in your head.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, darn it. Ashley left. I was going to tell her something that she...
I'm right here.
Oh, so as you are... Remember those booms. You guys both hear a boom. But it's more like a sonic boom, not a thunderous boom, like a...
Does it sound like a weapon?
Closer to like the sonic boom of like an F-14 or F-16.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm old. I don't know why F-14 fucking came out of my head.
I was going to say, are they going to drop bombs on us? That's not good. Do you remember the original Body Snatchers? That's what they do. They nuke the town.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do they do in the end of Puppet Master? They're about to, right?
Right.
So I haven't seen Puppet Master, but I have seen I Am Legend.
I am so sad that they didn't make a part 2 to that. They've been talking about it for years.
I know, right?
But, so Ashley, as you are driving, you hear this sonic boom sound, right? And you see what looks like in the center of the clouds above you, time and space kind of distort and tear open. And you see this gigantic floating thing
Cool.
start floating out of it. It looks like a jellyfish, a huge jellyfish with tendrils hanging down. And as it comes down, you see these what looks like maybe like snow flakes, just kind of floating down. But they're like a blackish color. And it looks like they're being exhausted from these tendrils.
Let me see.
And then it goes away.
Okay.
And you think like you had a vision of something that already occurred.
Of something that already occurred?
Mm-hmm. And you look up, and then you realize that the cloud above you is actually the body of that jellyfish thing. And it expands over the entire city.
Okay. Have I reached North Canton yet? How long has it been?
You said it takes about a 15-minute drive? So
yes.
You see this about halfway there. And then you see, you start to see people that are lying in the road start moving and getting up.
Okay. I am nervous to plow down the people, not because I think that, not because I am worried about the people, but because I don't want a repeat of the other people that I just saw.
Right.
And at the same time, it's a truck.
Okay. I mean, are you avoiding hitting them and just driving? But if they happen to jump in the way, you hit them?
If they start walking towards me, I'm going to hit them.
Well, you're driving towards them.
I'm driving towards them?
Yeah, because
Okay.
they're getting up out of the street. They're getting up. And they're not getting up like you would get up. They're getting up like a creepy monster would get up.
Cool. See, I think Top would have been really nice to have at my house during a zombie apocalypse. I am going to attempt to plow down the monsters.
Okay. So, they see a moving vehicle and they run towards it. So, you don't even have to roll a strike. You hit two people dead on. You see an arm get broken off of one, and another one just goes under. You feel it go under the truck as one from the side grabs at the truck, and you see its claws go through the whole side of the truck and through your door, all the way down the side of the truck. Not hitting anything important like the tires.
Okay.
But these are they are humanoid, but they're elongated. They still look human, but they're distorted. It's like their bones are starting to grow, like their head is starting to elongate, and their bones are starting to elongate. But they just look off.
Okay.
And all of their hair is clumping and falling out.
Okay. I'm gonna keep driving.
Yeah. Okay. So you keep driving,
Keep driving.
hitting what you have to, but trying to make it.
No, I'm just gonna plow it all down.
Oh, okay. So you're
We're
just.
gonna hit the pedestrian for 1,000 points.
Oh Jesus.
My girl.
Okay. So you go into GTA mode and start hitting anybody in front of you. Are you swerving to hit people?
No, I'm just gonna go.
Okay. You hit about 18 people. And the crunch is starting to like you're not sure you want to do it because the last one was just you rolled over their rib cage and you heard their body decompress and stuff come out both ends. It just doesn't sound good, but you continue on. However, because there's so much in the road, you can't go full speed. You're only going about 40, like I said.
Okay.
Things are starting to trail behind you, trying to catch up to you. They're not quite doing it. You're still leaving them back there, but you realize as you're driving, you're leaving a trail of bodies.
So, I'm just gonna keep driving.
Okay.
Yeah. I am paranoid enough at this point that I would have just kept driving and not stopped and
What do you guys do after you heard that weird sonic boom?
So if I thought it was an actual military craft,
Is that what you think it was?
I don't know. Maybe it's not what you think I think it is.
That was the first thing that came to your mind, so yeah.
I mean, depending on the sound, right? I would know what, like, I mean, I couldn't tell you, like, you know, if it's an F-14 or an F-15, but I can tell you, hey, that's the sound of a jet versus...
It is definitely the sound of something breaking the speed barrier, is the sound.
Okay, but if it sounded, I can tell the difference. So I've worked, both the bases I worked on had aircraft, and I grew up around aircraft, Air Force Base.
Yeah.
So I can tell the difference between, like, an American craft. I can tell. You can just hear the engines.
But you're in the basement, so you only hear the sonic, the boom.
That's true.
Yeah.
I will say that I will believe that, and that will kind of worry me.
Okay.
So what I will do is look at Amanda and tell her that we have the kids' backpacks, right? So we have copies of the kids' backpacks in our house, right? Because the kids are probably at their mom's. And we would...
oh, wait, it's tonight.
It's tonight, so... Oh, shit.
The kids are with us.
We just, yeah.
Porter Andrew had to watch Top Guy.
No, he never went to the basement. You never got him.
Shit. He was in the living room with his headphones on, playing his baseball game.
He's fucking still there.
And Christina's upstairs in her room, which is above your office.
We forget.
No, Andrew's is above your
That's a
office.
big. Would that? Oh shit! The bubble got her.
So her room isn't above the office. I was wrong. That would be Andrew's room. Her room. Huh?
Her room is above the green room.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the green room is safe.
Yeah, please don't make me cry.
I'm sorry.
I cried enough at the movie last night. Let's not do that again.
What'd you see?
Thunderbolts.
Oh, I want to go see that. My wife was actually talking about going to see that, but I was like, no, I got a game. I got a room. So. You cried at Thunderbolts? Oh God.
Oh, I cried for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It triggered me though. So.
Oh,
I see
okay.
another kitty cat.
Yeah,
Kitty cat, stop.
that is Scanlon.
So now you've got 3 dogs and 2 cats.
2 dogs.
This is just 2 dogs.
2 dogs and 5 cats.
A lot of
That's a
cats.
lot of cats.
I have a huge house.
That's a lot of litter boxes.
I have a cat for every room. Or every
That's a
bedroom.
lot of litter boxes.
I got automated ones.
Well.
And a lazy son that doesn't clean them out, so I have to. It sucks. I love my cats. I have a Savannah. She's running around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Her name's, fuck is her name?
Trying to figure out how to get up there on that back shelf.
Lila Rose. Oh no, that's Scanlon.
Oh, that's right.
He's the youngest. Yeah. Lorax is sleeping now. Lila is probably hunting one of the other cats.
Okay.
Anyways.
So,
Because we only have 40 minutes before you have to head out, Ashley?
I have to be leaving at 10:15 to 10:30, somewhere in there, yeah.
Okay.
So, you get to their house at about, you're judging maybe 6. It's pretty dark now, though, and it is supposed to get lighter, but there is there's this weird dark cloud that's kind of looming over the city. But you get there, you have to have your lights on. Every now and then you do see one of those people look at you, and and one is actually running towards you. That's what I was asking Jonathan what he was doing. What about that?
So when I hear the truck coming into my driveway,
Well, probably not from the basement.
Oh, no,
Oh.
you could probably hear it from the basement.
yeah, it's right next to the driveway.
Oh, I have a really good
Yeah.
soundproof tornado basement, or my game room is actually below my.
We're in a fairly residential area, so it would be really weird if a tornado hit down like right on my house. But if it did, we'd be dead anyway.
I know that
Okay.
for a fact, I would have been like, oh, fuck, I forgot the kids. Wouldn't have cared. I would have been charging past him to get up the stairs,
Okay.
yelling for both the kids to get downstairs. And I would be telling Christina to make sure she has her med bag.
Does your kid have one of those Nintendo Switches?
Yeah, they both do.
They've been playing Mario Kart or whatever against each other the entire time,
There you go.
and they're sitting upstairs above the green room
And then him in the living room.
playing. The living room he would have seen what was going on.
If he was focused enough on it, no.
Okay.
I don't think he would have. What do you think, Jonathan?
He's got some headphones in and is sitting on the couch playing his game. A bag of chips and some soda, piled from the fridge that you just bought from the store.
That tracks.
Like he went out to the van and got it.
Yep. That does track. Yep.
So you come frantic up to him. You just see him. He's playing his game. Got his headphones on. Just going to town. I don't know what they play, but Mario Party, maybe. Do they have that?
Sure.
Okay. Roblox. I
They
don't.
all play. I could see them playing actually Minecraft,
Fine. Minecraft. Yeah.
but I don't know if that's on a Switch thing. But I could see them playing that with each other.
I got it on my Switch for
It is on the Switch.
Yeah. So yeah, he's building the Minecraft world. What do you say to him? He's sitting there. Doesn't even notice you.
And Andrew,
Get
you
your ass
need
in
to
the
get
bed.
your ass downstairs.
What? Why? Whoa! What the fuck? Oh,
Yeah, go downstairs. Go to the basement right
What?
now.
what happened to the house, Mom? How old is he?
We'll explain. He's 13.
Okay, yeah, he's like,
I'll explain
What the
later. Go to the basement. Where's your sister?
what the shit's going on? He gets up. He's like, oh, okay. You wanted him to go get the sister?
No,
Okay.
sending him down the basement. I go to find Christina, who's
Oh.
17.
Okay, he, does she have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay,
No boyfriend, no girlfriend, nope, none of that.
sorry. No other
That we
partner?
know of. That we
Okay.
know of.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I was gonna say, maybe she climbed out the window and went there. I don't know. I haven't seen these girls.
I don't know if she would do that.
I found out that one of my girls that was like pristine and followed all the rules snuck out all the time.
All right.
I was just
Well,
like, what the
I
hell?
don't think that's it. I think it's just that she just wouldn't feel the need to do that. I think she was dating somebody, I think she would tell us all about it. We're very close.
Oh, so me and my daughter, but like, yeah, I had no idea. Like,
She's also very introverted. Like,
Oh, okay.
She wouldn't want to,
And all
Really
the
do that.
autistic.
all the kids, everyone in the family is autistic. And she has a bum knee, so her trying to climb out
Oh,
her second
okay.
story window is not.
Okay. So,
But
yeah.
I
she's-
grab her, I tell her the same thing, and as we get back down to the main floor, I send her down because I see
When you say
her.
green room, is that a greenhouse?
No, it's a room that is painted green that has all of our board games.
Oh, okay.
So because it's painted green, it's the green room.
Okay.
I know, it's very inventive.
She's actually has fallen asleep with the game on, just sawn logs in the bed.
Well, luckily she's easy to wake up. Christina, you need to get up now and go downstairs.
She's like, why? She gets up and she itches her head, and you see some of her hair comes out.
Oh, crap. Go down to the basement to your father right now.
She screams.
I'll be
She's
right
just like,
behind you.
what happened to my hair? And as she gets up, another clump of hair comes out.
And I resist the urge to make the joke at her of, see, this is what happens when you don't shower.
Oh, God.
As a teenager, most teenagers don't like to shower. I'm not saying she doesn't. I'm just saying teenagers don't like to shower.
Oh, I know.
And
Well, they don't like to shower until they do.
True.
My
Very
son
true.
will take a shower for 6 hours if he could. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just like, Jesus. Yeah. She's screaming. She's gathering her. Mom, what's wrong with me? Why is my hair falling out? Mom, why? What the hell? Why?
I don't know, honey.
Why?
Let's,
Like, there's no blood. There's nothing like that. It's just
Yep.
it's just falling out.
I don't know, honey. Let's get down to the basement. That's where your dad and Andrew are. And we'll
shit.
figure it out.
All of a sudden, you see her step, and you see her turn intangible and falls through the ground. Like, through the floor.
Jonathan, we need you now.
Into the, yeah. Like, so you run upstairs, Jonathan? You hear her yelling.
I run up the stairs, and I would obviously probably see her coming through the floor into the green room.
Is the stairs in the green room? Oh, okay.
No, the stairs come up, but they're like literally you can see right in
They're from the foyer.
Okay, so you're going up, and as you do that, roll a perception, because you're running up, because you're scared, you're running up, you're thinking maybe shit's happening up there. What'd you get?
Hold on a second. I don't know what I did.
Oh, what happened to roll 20? It quit on me. What the hell?
Yeah, I just rolled 2 nat 20.
Too bad it shows the history. So a 15.
I rolled a 16.
So a 16 total. Yeah, you're coming up the stairs and you see her fall through the floor and hits the ground. But now she's solid. And she's just like, she's still screaming about her hair, and then she's like, what the hell just happened? Dad?
Now.
Or does she call you Dad? Is she your child, or? Is she,
Yeah, no,
okay.
I'm
Okay.
my kid.
Dad,
They're his.
Dad!
Dad in the basement.
You see her hair is like had clumped out, and she's holding her hair as she's freaking out. Dad, how did I fell through the floor.
You're a superhero now. Get downstairs.
That tracks.
She goes downstairs, and just kind of you hear her screaming about her hair.
And as I come down the stairs, I grab her emergency medical bag.
Okay.
Peanut allergies, really bad allergies, don't. It's one thing for me to not have my meds on me, not letting the child not have hers. Oh, and look, my noise canceling headphones are right where I left them. I grabbed those too.
Noise canceling headphones. Are they full ear? cover, or are they the ones that just go in the?
No, they're full.
Okay.
Not these ones, but I do have full ones.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So,
And I head back down to the basement, wondering how the hell we're going to explain this shit to the kids.
You said anything about explaining it? Just tell them. Sit down.
That's on you, love. That's all you.
Tell them, I don't know what's going on. Sit down. We're trying to stay alive.
Okay. You hear your son laughing at his sister because her hair's falling out.
He wouldn't do that.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
He'd be really upset.
They're
They're literally best friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You hear him say, "Holy shit! What happened? Why's your hair falling out? Are you okay?"
I would tell them to go, be quiet, that we don't know what's going on, and the less noise they make, the better.
Oh, okay, Dad. Is it radiation?
I don't know. That's the other thing. I don't lie to my kids.
Okay.
I've literally never lied to my kids.
Yeah. He just maybe we got hit by some radiation.
I don't know, buddy.
He's
But
checking his hair.
Only her, because if it was radiation, it should affect all of us.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe your sister's superpowers finally came in.
Superpowers?
Yeah. She probably got her superpowers.
yeah. So out of character, we all are super geeky in the fact of superpowers
Right.
and shit, to where like it totally would be a thing.
But it's this way. I have seen every single Marvel MCU movie on the Thursday night release since Iron Man 2.
Nice.
I haven't missed a single movie.
I only
And
missed
ever since the kids
last
have
night.
been old enough to stand on their own 2 feet, they've gone with us.
Nice. They're like superpowers that make her bald?
Maybe.
Oh.
I mean, she could be like.
That's what happened to Xavier, didn't it?
That's what I was thinking.
He's like, yes. Okay.
They also know all of the backstories and lore, like listening to the 3 of them talk about the MCU and all of it.
Nice.
Like, it is very impressive.
Sweet. So he's just like, oh, cool. So you can like hear my thoughts? What am I thinking? She's like, I don't know. I'm just losing my hair and I fell through the floor. At that point, you hear the car pull into the
Okay.
driveway.
I'll tell them to lay down, literally lay on the floor, and I would give Christina the bat, or I would grab something and have her stand behind the door and tell her if I don't knock 3 times, then that it's not not to open it.
3 times? I mean, that's pretty obvious, Dad. Maybe, like, knock, like, twice and then 3 times?
No, we're Doctor Who fans. She knows what I mean.
Oh, damn it, okay. I know what you mean, too. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, okay, but, yeah, that might be obvious. Still,
No.
I mean, okay. I got the bat.
I will then go to the door.
Dad, what happened? Why am I having a bat at the door?
Just do it, I say. I don't know the answer because it's the smartest thing that I can think of right now.
What happened to the hallway? As you open the door.
I said, just be glad you weren't standing there.
Yeah.
Your son's like,
So-
wow, there's a big hole in the ceiling. As you look out the door and you see you see a red fire engine red crew cab F-350 pull into the driveway, and it's diesel.
Tinted windows or non-tinted windows?
Tinted
Like
windows,
diesel.
and this deuce, no, I'm sorry, has the smokestacks coming up the side
Oh.
instead of, yeah.
Oh, and now I know you really are in Missouri. You're talking about,
It's just it's a truck that I've seen. It's even worse than you think.
oh, I know. I know.
Like, just the conversion alone to the frickin' smokestacks was like somebody's wages for a couple months. Okay.
Unless they did it themselves.
Oh, God. I mean, if they did, it was a nice welding job.
Alright, anyways.
It also has a 6-inch lift on it, and is waving two of the most famous flags for such said trucks. But I don't want to make this political, so I'm not going to.
Poor dear Ashley. On the
Okay.
short Ashley.
As you see one of those creatures running after the truck, it looked like it came from like the house over, and is running. It leaps over the hedges coming and drops down. This is definitely an adult-sized person, Jonathan.
I yell at her to get in the house, and
Yell at who?
whoever's
Christina?
in the vehicle.
You don't know who it is. It's some weirdo.
If they're driving a vehicle, then they're human beings.
Well, yes.
So
It's
at this
human.
point, it's us against them.
I mean-
so, and here's the thing: they pulled into my driveway. Of all the driveways, they pulled into my driveway, so I must know this person,
Okay.
right?
And out comes Ashley, stumbling out with her backpack coming out the door, looking like, well, go.
Yell at her to knock 3 times on the door and get in the basement.
Cool. I'm gonna do what he says and knock 3 times and go into the basement.
However, remember, there's the guy, so you are in
Yeah.
combat now.
I'm gonna get in the vehicle.
Everybody roll initiative. Again.
I'm gonna run and get in. I'm gonna get his attention, and then I'm gonna jump in the vehicle and close the door.
Okay, but we got to do initiative first,
Initiative.
Okay.
Which is a 20, right?
which is a 20-sided
Or the-
die.
Okay.
And is there any bonuses on those? That's
One.
PT, right?
One for you. You were in the military.
Okay. So then that would have been 14.
You got a 14.
It looks like Ashley got a 17, and Amanda got a 15.
Yep.
Amanda got a 15,
Yep.
and
Ashley got 17.
Ashley
Yep.
got a 17. Let me go to my combat order. Oh, darn it! I put those in the wrong spot. Okay, 17, 15, 2. He's got 4. She's got 2. And we'll just take all these guys out of initiative. Combat order. Okay, so, I gotta do my bad guy. Got to do my bad guy. Okay. Let me do it on here so you guys can see it. Oh, lucky you guys. Bad guy. Okay. So John, you wave and you get its attention? Or,
I do, and I jump
or you're
in the
trying to
truck
get its
and close the
attention.
door.
Go ahead and roll me a 20-sided die as you run over to the truck and get into the door, or get in the truck and shut the door.
Roll
Ashley,
an 18.
oh, Ashley is the one who had the 17, didn't she? I got you.
Yeah.
I got you two messed up there. So you're the one who runs into the. John, you run at 16, or
Yeah.
Amanda is downstairs still
I'm downstairs with the kids, just
Yeah.
trying to
with the kids
keep them downstairs.
guarding the door. Actually, Christine is at the back of the door.
Christina.
Christina is at the back of the front door, holding it shut because 3 knocks, right? Or was that at the basement door?
I thought it was the basement door.
It was the basement door.
Oh, okay, I thought it was the front door. Okay, so she's at the
I
basement
just
door.
come out the front door.
So, yeah, you get in the truck. You have another action.
So I'm gonna look around the truck, because she just jumped out, so the vehicle's still on. So I'm going to actually back the truck up and wait for the guy to come at me, and I'm gonna hit him with the truck.
Okay.
And then I hope at this point I have perceived the shotgun that is there.
You noticed it when you got into the truck.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good. So then I'm going to.
it's laying on the front seat
All right. So then I'm going to go looking for the keys.
or the back. It should be on the back seat. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to start looking for the keys.
They're in the truck.
Yeah, I'm looking for them in the truck.
The keys are in the ignition.
No, not the keys. Oh, well, okay. So the keys to the shotgun are on the.
Yeah, this truck is not a key fob truck.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it out, and I didn't think it was. I just didn't put the fact that the two keys would be together. I wouldn't count the two keys together, but okay.
This guy probably wasn't military trained though.
Nor was he paranoid or autistic or any of those things either, probably.
So what I would say is, yeah, I would, like, obviously unlock the weapon. I would check to see what shells are in it.
Okay, so you unlock the weapon on 13 and you open the, you open.
I'm on 16.
That's what I meant.
I'm on 16. I'm unlocking the weapon and checking.
So on 16, you ran across the yard and got into the truck.
Right.
So on your next action would have been 12, sorry. You are checking the weapon.
Right. I'm checking the weapon to see if there's ammo in it.
There's 7 shots in it.
Okay. So I am going to roll the window down and shoot this guy in the face.
Okay, so he goes on 8.
Wait, did I hit him with the truck? That's the question.
You're not really. You have to. Either you were checking the gun or driving the truck.
All right. So I have the weapon unlocked.
Yeah.
Check the ammo. Where is the guy at? That's what I'm looking.
He is on the driver's side, about 18 feet to your left.
All right. So I back up the truck.
Basically, just jumped over some plants and start
So I would back
moving.
up the truck. Wait for him. I mean, obviously, the truck's faster than him.
Yeah.
Back the truck up, let him come into my line, and then move the truck in and hit him.
Okay, so right. So go ahead and roll a strike with the truck. He's gonna roll a dodge. I don't think he dodged.
No,
You-
he's not.
You smack into him only at about 15 miles an hour. You don't have that much.
It still would knock him about.
Oh, yeah.
I know the math on this.
You hit him.
You go into the house. You just probably hit the house and come bouncing off.
You hit him. He flies 12 feet, hitting the corner of your house. And then, do you have any plants or bushes near the house?
Yep.
And he's rolled into the bushes after hitting the house. On 8. So that was on your 8 action. Your next action is on 4. However, it gets its actions.
You hit it with a truck.
Yeah.
It's no action. It's dead. It's
Supernatural creature.
Yeah, but he's got all broken bones and stuff. I hit him with a truck. You know the saying, I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 15 miles an hour. Roll me 6d6 plus 12 damage.
So, 37.
And what did you hit him with? An 18? Okay.
Well, it's really a 19, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is, just for game mechanics, I'm letting you know that the thing has an exoskeleton, which is like MDC. However, it has an AR, because it's SDC on the inside. So, you definitely hit over its AR, and you did, what'd you say, 37 points of damage?
Yeah.
You did crush it. You do see it's getting back up, but you see it falls back down to the ground. And then you see it kind of pop up again. It's not dead, but it's definitely hindered. You're pretty close. I mean, you had to stop the truck, otherwise you're going to hit the wall.
I get out of the truck.
Okay.
I leave it running.
Okay. You hear it breathing.
I have the shotgun. I just calmly walk up and shoot it dead in the face.
Okay.
I pump. If it still has any head whatsoever, I take another shot straight to the head.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. You just have to roll a 20-sided dice to see if you get above its AR. If you don't, the shell doesn't penetrate.
No, I did not.
So with that one, you hit its carcass, and you hit with a slug, and it ricochets off of its body and hits the wall of your house, and you see it's stuck in. Do you have stucco or wood on your house?
I have siding and wood.
So it went into
in the front it would have been brick. It's the siding and brick.
Yeah, so it's stuck into the brick.
All right.
A deep hole drilled into the brick. The thing leaps up at you, and the first reaction is it's scary, but you can fire again into it. It can't actually get you right now because it's too broken. But you shoot it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit it again. Oh, Jesus.
I wasted them all because I had that 17 I never used.
So, in that one, like when it jumped up, you fired and you missed because it fucking popped up when you were going to shoot it. And you just fire into the ground, but you also had to jump back a little bit because you weren't expecting it to be as close as it was.
No, I understand that. I will take my third shot.
Okay.
All right. There's better. That's better.
There you go. That one you fire it right into the head, and you see it's the top of its head just explodes. You see the body still jerking though, and trying to move. You blew out the eyes, the top of the brain, but you didn't get the brain. Oh wait, with a nat 20 you did get the brain stem. Never mind. But they're still jerking.
I would shoot it again.
In the chest?
Nope, and whatever's left of its head.
Okay. Roll again. So your damage.
What the hell? How'd that happen?
Holy fuck!
Oh, I accidentally hit the 2 guy.
Oh, so it was a 7 at first. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll just go with the first. The 7 hits it in a spot. The chest, it actually ricochets off the chest. The body's kind of slowing down and it's jerking though. And that is when you start to hear that sound again. That high-pitched noise.
Can we hear the sound from inside the house?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, you're in the basement? No, you can't. Not at all. So.
Am I inside yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
At this point, you heard him hit the creature with the truck, and then you're at the basement when you're like knocking 3 times, and then you hear the first gunshot. As you go through the door, you hear the second gunshot. Christina, right? Opens the door when you knock 3 times and says, "Oh, Ashley, get in here. What's my dad shooting?"
I don't know.
Is he okay? Are you okay, Dad?
Yes.
Dad, are you okay? As you're shooting this creature and looking at this, you hear from the house, because remember the windows are broken out. You hear, "Dad, are you okay?"
Christina,
I look to see if the thing. I hear the noise and I start backing up onto the deck, on the front door deck, and
getting away from the sound.
Getting away from and I want to get away from the sound, and I'm going to back up into the house, close the door, and again I'm going to.
That thing smells.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to run to the truck, and I'm going to jump back in the bed. I'm going to lock the door first.
Okay.
Right. Turn the vehicle off, and search for the shells that are obviously hiding somewhere in the vehicle. In the
console.
Okay. And grab the shells.
So it's one of those. It's an older, like 19. Probably early 80s F-350. It has the bucket seats, but they have the console in the middle that you can place in there. But it's one of those ones that plug into the adapter, so it's also a beer cooler.
Ooh.
And in one of the pockets of the side, you see a pack of shotgun shells. Right there.
I grab the shells. I literally don't even keep them in the box. I dump them in my pocket. Somewhere in big baggy shorts, and at that point, I'm gonna look around the vehicle. I'm looking for that little creature. Is what I'm looking for.
Okay. So.
Do I see it?
In the truck still, or you get out of the truck?
I'm in the truck. I'm not opening the truck until I look out and try to see perception.
Roll your perception. You don't see it, but the sound is getting louder.
Okay.
And now
I do get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
I close the door.
Do you get it out on the passenger side or the driver's side?
I get out of the driver's side. That's what I would.
You get out of the driver's side. Okay, so between you and your door is the truck.
No.
Your
The way his driveway faces, he would be closer to the front porch.
Right.
When he gets out of the driver's side.
I would have been right. The front porch is like 10 feet from the driveway.
Okay.
I could literally be in the front. I can literally take 4 steps.
The way you had to hit the creature, though,
5 steps, I'm in the door.
you went off to the left of your house
With hitting the creature.
to hit the creature.
Yes, but the front door is on the left of the driveway.
Right, but
Oh.
I would have backed up, hit him. I'd be in the middle of the yard. That even closer. That means I'd be even closer to getting on the front door.
okay.
Yeah, because I would have hit him to the side of the house, but I would have been able to get to the front door easily. And it's also higher up, so I would have been going up a number of stairs and like.
Okay, so you are hearing you hear the creature though. So once you hear the creature, you have to roll a saving throw.
Even though I already saved it
When did you save?
earlier, remember I saved? But I rolled an 18.
Oh, I thought that was a strike. That was a strike to hit the creature with the truck.
No, just now. I just rolled another.
Oh yeah, no, you saved. You saved versus it this time. But you also realize those weird words in your head activate again, and you feel them come out your mouth. And now everything is speeded up for you. Or everything is slowed down for you.
So I'm moving quickly to the house. I knock 3 times.
Yeah.
I open the door, and
Yeah, you feel like you're moving at twice your speed now.
right. I pick up Christina,
Okay.
and I'm literally with the shotgun and going down the stairs.
Okay.
And I kick the door closed, and I go down the stairs.
Lock the door, Dad! Lock the door, Dad! Lock the door!
I run upstairs. I'm literally like got the door closed, and I'm.
Does it lock from the inside or the out? Usually they're from the other side.
There's no lock on that door.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's locked.
No lock? Okay, but you do shut the door. And you get down and stairs. Dad, what did you shoot? What was that? It smells horrible, Dad. That thing smells horrible.
It is.
You guys,
We need to move into the bedroom that's down here in the basement because it does have 2 locking doors.
okay.
Yeah, but all the supplies are out here. So
Oh, true.
we'll probably move to the supply
shit.
room for now.
Do we
Yeah.
have a screwdriver, Dad? Maybe we can take one of the locks off of the door and put it on the stairway door.
I'm gonna wait to see if it can open a door. I want to see if it can open a door. Nothing I've seen so far has shown me that these creatures are smart enough to open a door, so let's see what happens.
I also want to say that the door coming downstairs is not the greatest of wood doors.
Okay.
So it will be a good, let's slow this thing down, and then we have 3 more doors down here in the basement. But I think all 3 of them lock.
Do we have a hammer and nails and some wood or something that we can just nail the door
I'll
shut?
the garage.
Ah, shit.
I have a hammer down here, but I don't have the nails down here.
Screwdriver.
There's a hammer down here.
Screw gun.
All in the garage.
All in the garage. All the tools, everything are in the garage.
You know, though, out of character,
Listen, man,
totally...
David, if you come to my house, you'll understand. I have a finished basement. I have a bar. I have a dart, electronic dart board. I have a nice pool table.
We have a nice TV setup area to watch the big screen TV.
Nice.
Over 1,000 books.
Like a million different video game systems.
Nice.
Like my basement when I saw the basement when I bought the house.
Yeah. Nice.
So I do want to say, out of character, this is making me think that we should have a toolbox down here. Just real life paranoia now in my head going,
What would we do with tools down in the basement? I just don't, like, other than, like, we have locks on the other two doors, right? So we have three doors that have locks, right? So we can always go in the storage area if we need to, but I want to see if they can get open the door, and if they do, they're going to get a slug to the head, right?
True.
So,
Okay. So you guys stay downstairs all night.
Yup.
Okay. Let me have each of you roll a 6-sided dice for me. This is what I use for encounter, and basically I'll roll a 6-sided dice each time you do, and if our dice match, then there's an encounter. First, there's not. Second, there's not. And what did you get, Jonathan?
oh, did I supposed to roll a number?
Yeah, everybody rolls a
D6.
D6. It's an encounter.
My rolls suck. What did you roll? What did you roll?
What did I roll? For the
Yeah.
2, I rolled a 5, so that didn't match. And for the you got a 2, and I got a 6. So there's no encounter because our dice didn't match. For the night, you stay downstairs. However, Christina, you notice she is having some like hyper sensitivities. Like her senses seem to be like she keeps saying she can smell the creature. And you guys didn't smell it at all. And she keeps saying, sometime about 2 in the morning, she's like, there's like 3 of them outside. I can smell them. You guys can't
Well,
smell
all
them?
of us aren't going to have nightmares.
I was thinking that exact thing, Amanda.
Yep. Yep.
So for the rest of the night, you guys are undisturbed. You can still hear some howls and wails outside. The alarms eventually die down. Like you hear a car alarm that after 6 hours of going off, it's now just like every now and then, but the batteries are dying off on it. The tornado alarms are totally gone. You hear some shuffling outside once in a while, but no sounds, no mechanical sounds, no sounds of civilization. Is there windows in your basement?
They're not, yes, actually, one of them is a window, the rest of them are blocked. There's one that looking out onto the front, driveway area,
Okay.
where, so it will show the, like, kind of the front, where you would basically be seeing if you were on the front porch, but a little bit to the left, you'd be able to see the grass and the driveway.
Right, okay. So, the light, does anybody sleep out there where the windows are? Because you know it's daytime.
I would have somebody, first thing, man, come on, man. You know there's no way all of us are going to sleep. We're going to be on rotation.
Okay.
2-man rotations for 4 hours for 12 hours. Okay? That's how it works. All right? All night long. So somebody's there to keep the other person awake, and the other 4 people are going to be, asleep.
Okay.
I gotta start doing that my first night. I volunteer to be the walker, otherwise I'll be asleep the whole time.
So, yeah, in the morning, you can see that it's getting clearer outside. You can see there's light. There's got to be some sort of sunlight. Maybe the cloud has shifted a little bit, but you can tell that it's at least dusk outside.
Just a heads up out of character, I've got about 20 more minutes.
I was going to say, actually, we probably should call it, because you need to get going. It's 10 after 10, and I also told the kids that I would be done by now so that we could, I could spend a little bit of time with them before they go to bed, because we're going to their grandmother's tomorrow, so.
Okay, no problem. Then, it's a good place to stop anyways, because you guys have survived the night.
Good.
You've encountered some things.
We got 5 levels. I definitely feel like I aged 100 years.
I mean, we are all definitely going to have nightmares for all different reasons.
So I do experience points a little bit different way. I give experience points for time playing. It's 100 per hour.
Okay.
So we'll just round it to 3 hours. So you guys get 300 points for that. And then you get skills. Everybody gets 100 points for skills automatically because you use language, you used mathematics to count enemies. Somebody used your basic. I just came up with a basic 100 plus 25 for any time I've asked you to roll a skill.
So I got like 5 million right there.
Yeah. So so Ashley, I know you used pilot automobile twice. And so did Jonathan. He just used the hit die though to do it, but you can have the 50 points for that. What skills did you use, Amanda, other than the 100 points?
Well, look at that beautiful face. I think that alone deserves like 1 million points. Look how beautiful. So, Ashley?
Well, I was the one that remembered the kids and got the kids downstairs.
So
other than that, no.
So for plan of action, you get 100 points for that.
Okay.
Because you did that. I would give Ashley points for getting in the car, but we really had to coax you into the car. So.
Oh, and I was a super paranoid one that has this van full of freaking supplies. Goods.
Yes.
But that wasn't like post shit happened either.
Right. So we'll give you just 50 points for that. Jonathan, so each of you
multiple kills. I got multiple kills. I'm gonna get a helmet. I'm gonna get on my hat, and I'm gonna draw little skull and crossbones.
Okay. So the way kills go is there's shares of kills. So like if there's 2 people in the group that kill something, even though if one of the people doesn't even like hit the person, but they're in the area, they get a share because they learned what affects that creature. Okay? But then again, so Jonathan, every action you took, like for range combat, is worth 5 points. And for melee combat is worth 5 points each. Because remember, I've split range combat and armed combat or melee combat. So I think you shot him like 1, 2, 5 times. So that's 25 points just for using the weapon. And
What about going into the vehicle and finding the ammo and,
good deal. That's worth 75 points. Actually, I'll make that 150, because now you guys have a weapon that can affect these creatures without having to run them over or beat them to death with a bat. So you killed one by hand-to-hand combat. So I think you hit him, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 times? You hit that poor child? 5 times?
So more than that. I mean, that kid's looking.
Yeah, so you got 20, I'll give you another 5, so you got 5 hits on the ranged combat guy and 5 on the unarmed combat guy, but then each of those people, the child was worth 40 points. So,
listen, under Death Race 2000 rules, that kid should be worth like 50,000 points.
And shouldn't Ashley get a bunch of points for all the people that she ran over in the street?
She killed a lot of people.
She
got a lot
right.
of points.
She killed, yes, you killed 18 people. However, there's no skill for vehicular.
You get to have little skull and crossbones. 18 on your map.
You did kill 18 of them with a vehicle, but I have no. I mean, I guess I can give you extra points towards maybe combat driving.
Okay.
So 18 times 5.
Wonderful questions.
50, 90 points.
90.
So you can write down 90 points towards combat driving.
Where am I putting all of this?
So that's gonna be
I don't understand.
under your character sheet.
Okay.
By the way, David, I don't know if you saw, I sent you a link on Facebook Messenger. I sent you a link to my character sheet.
I should have that.
Go over my character sheet. So I put the stuff there. I think I'm pretty fair and honest.
Okay.
You should have.
What?
Didn't you share that already on Drive?
No, because I didn't do myself. I had my other character already built. So.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so where am I putting this?
at a certain time, you will be able to use your second characters, so that you have a Rift character and you play yourself if you want to. That's when you join the other group and like you have split groups.
All right. So where are we putting with these points?
So combat, I'll write down Ashley's for now, so I can put it. There's I think it's the 4th sheet or the 5th sheet on your character sheets, where there's let me find your guys' character files. Let's see, road combat, play yourself.
Is it with the missions, military achievements?
Close. It's going to be on 1, 2, 3, 4, page 5. There's a little spot to write it down under XP.
Okay.
Yeah. I do have I'll get you a link to the actual, we have a experience tracker where you just have to put in your points and it automatically adds it up. And does that.
Okay.
But for now, we'll just go on here. Let's see. I'm on a generic one right now. Checkers. Player files. There we go. And I should have made a file with all 3 of you in it. Nope. They're separate. Yay! So, Ashley, on your first character sheet, I'm opening it right now, and there is skills that you're learning, and
Okay.
and we're gonna put combat driving,
Okay.
and you have 90. Where the fuck did that? Oh god, I gotta get glasses. You have 90 points towards that.
Okay.
Wonderful kills. Plus, you also or driving in strenuous situations. So I'll give you another 50 points. So that's 140. Okay, so we did time, we did skills, we have something, and we did kills, and now we have something called knowledge or learning. What did you guys discover?
So everyone should listen to Amanda when she says there's something really, 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 really bad coming. Sorry.
You listen to Amanda. That's why we listen to Amanda very well, I think.
Okay.
I'm teasing. Sorry.
So, just one question. You guys seem like you're pretty close. So, if you knew that a huge, nasty storm was coming, would you have maybe gone over their house anyways? Like before the storm?
If it was really bad and Amanda was worried about it, Amanda would have told her to come over.
Okay. So,
Amanda would have stopped over here.
So maybe.
But I might have been distracted because I get very tunnel vision too, especially if I'm like super, super high, more than normal anxious and everything.
Okay.
I tend to get one track.
Okay. I was just wondering.
I purposely would have forgotten about you, Ashley.
But no,
you know how my brain works when I get in that type of.
Yeah.
I
was just trying to get to know because, like, you know, if I knew something was like that, if I had the vision, I would have called my daughter and had her come to my house too. So, like,
yeah,
I'm just that way. I would have gathered my people.
I think that it would have been more like that had Jonathan also rolled as paranoid of a role as me, because if I'm being extra spastastic and special, but he's being more optimistic and, like, logical about it.
Right.
In my mind, I'm going to be like, okay, Amanda,
I mean, if
your
you thought
brain
the
being
storm was going to be
electric.
bad, it doesn't mean I think that, like, it may, maybe I didn't think aliens were coming, but, I mean, I would have thought, oh, maybe it's a bad tornado. I would believe you. Like, we've had weather, rain lately, and you said, oh, this is going to be bad, and I went off that, right? Like, I don't think I would have been like, you know.
No, but I'm just saying that, like,
You thought we were going to lose power.
if we both were freaking out about it, or if we both were, like, 'cause we tend to be pretty much on the same page about most things.
Nice.
So I know for myself that, Jonathan, when you are being more logical and rational about something,
I'll always be more
typically
logical and rational. That's, I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just saying, I'm everything, even like David, that's just, I always do a threat assessment, right? You know,
Right.
that's just kind of how my brain works.
Yep.
So, like, because I was overseas, I was in the office that actually would come up with the language for threat assessment for like the whole peninsula. When that's what I did. So that kind of would be my first step. I just probably would not have. It doesn't mean, just between you and I, honey, if you see me being logical, that means I am freaking out. Because that means my brain has now put emotion down, and is because the moment I start freaking out, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to put emotion down.
Yep.
I'm going to become analytical.
Yep.
I'm going to start going down the checklist.
That's
If
the
you
same.
see me doing that, you should be freaking out. Does that mean
well, and that's why when you started talking about, like, having me behind you and telling me to stay and everything, my brain instantly went to the haunted house.
Oh, yeah.
So we went to Fletcher. I don't do scary. Like, horror movies, haunted houses, not a fan.
Well,
so I went because the kids wanted to go.
Right.
And he knew that I wasn't okay, so he went in the full military, like, whole tactical thing and led me through, and I swear a couple of the employees thought they were going to get punched in the face or something because of the drop dead and die.
When I was 10 years old, I went to a haunted house with my family, and there was a mummy that came out of this cave at me, and I was 10 years old, and I just fucking socked the guy right in the mouth.
Oh, shit.
I just brought that up. That's so funny.
So.
One of my greatest memories as a child. Taking out the mummy.
Yeah, I never did haunted houses. This was
Oh, bye, Ashley. I didn't know she left.
oh,
Still here, I'm just getting ready.
Oh, okay.
it was just one of those things that the kids really like doing it. Not the first thing that I have done that I wasn't too thrilled about, and I went ahead and did, and it was amusing for everybody else.
Oh, dang, I forgot to sign off of, I forgot to sign off of Twitch. Sorry! Thanks for watching us tonight on Twitch. This was Berifted Gamers Origins, and hey, remember, don't be a hero.